Hello, welcome all back to the YouTube channel One Mark Solution. Now I am here again with few assertion and reason kind of questions from chapter 8, 12th biology, that is human health and diseases. Let's directly go to the questions. So the first question here is, morphine is most effective analgesic. So what is analgesic here? Analgesic is a drug which gives relief to pain, isn't it? And we know that that statement is correct. And the second statement, it binds to the postsynaptic membrane and blocks the binding of neurotransmitter. So this is an opioid drug. So definitely how it blocks the pain or relieves the pain, it is by binding to the postsynaptic membrane, and thus the signal is reduced. That means it's produce some pharmacological action, including analgesic, by acting on the receptors located on neuronal cell membrane. So the statement is correct. The statement is correct. And moreover, if you check how it acts as an analgesic, because of this action on the postsynaptic membrane. So what is the answer? A, that is assertion, and reason is correct, and reason is a proper explanation for assertion. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Smoking causes cancer of tongue, lips, and lungs. No doubt in the statement, it is correct, and it mutates. That is the important thing. It mutates the critical gene. That means one gene which offers protection for the body from this uncontrolled cell division. That is cancer, isn't it? When we say cancer, it is like uncontrolled cell division. So the gene which offer protection to that is undergoing mutation because of the extra exposure to the nicotine. So this is correct explanation for this. So the option is A. Now the next question from the same chapter, that is question number 3. Phagocytes capture and digest microbes. So what are phagocytes? So we can say that group of phagocytes means it is like a type of white blood cells. Type of white blood cells that use phagocytosis to engulf anything, that is whether it is bacteria or like any foreign particle, dying cells, etc., to protect and clean body. So the reason states given here is killer T cells approach the body cells covered with the virus and destroy such cells before viruses can enter and multiply to spread infection. So both the statements are correct. Now the question is whether the first one's correct explanation is the second one. Here, the second statement is correct, but it is not saying like how this phagocyte capture and digest microbes. So it's not a proper explanation. So the option B is more correct for this. Let's go to the fourth question. It is beneficial to feed the newborn infants on mother's milk. So we have learned this as colostrum in some other chapter again. And it is beneficial, no doubt in that. Reason, it develops deep affection between offspring and mother. This is also correct. That means feed the newborn infants on mother's milk will improve affection between offspring and mother. But that is not the proper explanation, isn't it? What is the proper explanation? We have seen about some special immunoglobulins present in this, which offers immunity. So both the statements are correct. But the reason is not a proper explanation for the assertion. So which will be the option? Yes, B is the correct option. We have come to the last question from the same chapter. That is question number 5. Interferons help eliminate viral infection. Okay. So what are interferons? What are interferons? It's like group of signaling proteins, isn't it? Group of signaling proteins. It is made and released by cells, special cells, which cells? In response to the presence of some virus infected cells. Interferons released by the infected cells reach the nearby uninfected cells and make them resistant to the viral infection. Very correct. So that is the explanation for that. So both the statements are correct, and reason stands as an explanation for assertion. So the option is A. With this, we have come to an end of this chapter, that is Human Health and Diseases Assertion Reason question. So thank you. I'll come again with chapter 9's Assertion Reason.